Hello and welcome to the Titus Timeout podcast. I'm Jenny Abney-Civy and today's topic is what is EndReflection? In a previous podcast, we discussed how the NC data is calculated from the product sound power using AHRI 885, and I worked on examples showing radiated sound. I mentioned discharge sound attenuation a little, but I didn't go into much detail. So first, as a reminder, the NC number in the catalog is not a measured number. It is calculated from the unit sound power using AHRI standard 885. This standard provides attenuation tables for many things found in a typical VAV installation, such as elbows, T's, flex duct, line duct, and many more things. Since installation affects the sound of VAV boxes and every installation is different, manufacturers need a way to calculate NC data that is consistent for the industry across product lines and across manufacturers. So AHRI is that standard. It tells the manufacturers what specific attenuation factors to use to calculate NC data. The attenuation factors that we must use are the environmental effect, which is the correction factor for calibrating the reference sound source in an anechoic chamber but using it in a reverb room for testing. Duct lining. For catalog NC data, we assume 1-inch line ductwork. Flex duct. For catalog NC data, we assume you have 5 feet of vinyl core flex duct. The space effect for a 2,500 cubic foot room. 1 division of airflow, basically splitting the airflow into 2 equal spaces. And EndReflection, which is what we're going to discuss now. Okay, so let's scoot this up and out of the way a little bit. As airflow goes down a ductwork and out an outlet, the air suddenly expands. Here's our ductwork and a diffuser, and the air is coming through here, it goes out the diffuser, and the air expands. This sudden expansion causes an acoustical phenomena called EndReflection. People don't always realize that sound doesn't necessarily travel in the direction of airflow. Some of the sound in the air that is rapidly expanding will travel back upstream towards the VAV box, essentially reducing the sound measured for the box. So let's scoot this up a little bit more. So for years, AHRI 885 has allowed the deduction of EndReflection data in the NC calculation. But interestingly, not until the current version of AHRI 880, which is the test method for VAV boxes, which went into effect in January 2012, were manufacturers required to add EndReflection back into the raw sound power data that's cataloged. Basically, the standards were deducting the sound that had never been added back in. So this means that sound data will go up for everyone as catalogs are updated and reprinted. Obviously, the VAV box sound didn't actually change because nothing changed on the box, but rather the published data will become a little more accurate to what you'll see in the field. So that covers EndReflection and how it affects VAV box sound. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thanks for taking the time out with us.